Welcome, my friends, to the Kickstarter launch party for Mythica Issue 9. There will be blood. It's an exciting day here at Action Line Studios. A brand new issue of Mythica is launching, and I'm so glad it's finally here. I'm going to share some glimpses of the book. We have some special guests, and I'm going to be giving away some free stuff. So if you want to see a mad Scotsman going medieval on some vampires, then this is the right place for you, because that's what this book delivers. But first, we're going to introduce some guests. So let's get to this thing. So, like I said, we wouldn't have a party if it was just me. So let me introduce the co-host of today's show. She brings our favorite characters to life through her creative cosplay. She graces the covers on 2 different variants of Mythica this time around. And without further ado, let's give our warmest welcome to the incomparable Colleen Cole. What did you think of that intro? Oh, good morning.
It was great. Thanks. That was a lot of cosplay.
What's that?
That was a lot of cosplay. I wasn't expecting all of those cosplays up there.
Yeah, we dug deep into the archives. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You excited about this Mythica launch?
I am so excited about this Mythica launch.
Right on. So, you've read the books, right?
I have. Yep.
So, like, what's something that you really enjoy about Mythica?
There's a lot of action. You're not afraid to get gory, and to really explore things that you wouldn't normally see in a comic book. So I'm super excited about it.
I love hearing that. While I am checking out some of the guests and introducing some of the things, I also wanted to ask you, like, you do cosplay. You've been doing it for how long?
11 years now, I think.
Okay, nice. And so, what is it that you love about cosplay? Why do you do it?
I enjoy creating the characters. I enjoy creating the costumes and really bringing them to life. I do have a theater background. I have a theater degree, and this was just one way to keep on using that without actually having to work for someone else. I like working for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm the same way. I like to work on my own schedule. I don't like people telling me I have to do things exactly the way they say them. So I get you there.
And I get to work with other creators. So everyone has a very similar mindset when it comes to art and creating things. So it's a lot of fun to see what everyone comes up with.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, that was the dogs. I hear them now.
The dogs.
That's all right. Now that I know what they sound like. She warned me. So one of the things that we're going to be doing on the show today is we're going to give away some rewards for people who are backing the Kickstarter while we're live. So we're going to launch in just a few minutes. We're going to hit that launch button on Kickstarter. And if you back while we're live and you come on in the comments and you say that you've backed, you're going to enter into a wheel to get one of the prizes. So I want to showcase some of those prizes now. We've got this Indie Comics Rock sticker, which I'm going to start giving away more and more just to help promote indie comics, right? This glitter version. We've got a very special Mythica issue 8 that is signed by Alex Sinclair, who did the colors on this cover, and it will be signed by me as well. This is rare. I've only got 3 copies of this, so somebody's going to get this copy. and it'll be added into your Kickstarter package so that you only have to mail things out once. We've also got this Mythica issue 7. Hard to see in this camera, but it's a holofoil edition, so it's shiny, right? And then we've got some covers that I did for some other indie books. One of them is going to be launching tomorrow, their new version of it, actually issue 4. This is issue 3 of Annabelle, which I did a cover for. And so you can get this one signed by me, added into your Kickstarter package as well. And like I said, this is by Todd Rayner, and this will be launching, his Kickstarter is launching tomorrow. I think he's even going to be doing a live stream sometime tomorrow as well. And then lastly, I have this this steamy cover for Blade Shot, which I only have a couple of these as well. And I'll be signing that one and including that. So for those of you that are on the show, if you back, I will be bringing this up again after we hit the launch button too. So stay tuned to get some free prizes today. I'm excited about that.
I always love steamy covers.
I love that. In fact, we've got some steamy covers for Mythica as well. Let's take a look at some of the previews of Mythica. Kyle says, "What's up, Matt?" And Gerald says, "Hey, Matt. What you guys help me out? What's LFG stand for? I don't know."
Looking for group.
Oh, okay, nice. All right, I want to show some images from the upcoming Mythica here. So this is doubling up. That's kind of creepy. Let's look at it this way. No? How about... Nope. Go back to the way it was.
Or let's fucking go. I was on
There we go.
in gamer mode.
You're in gamer mode. So here are a couple of the covers for issue 9. We've got the original cover here, which I'll show a closer version of. This one is the line art there, or the cover on the left. And then we have the steamy Riley cover in the middle, and then the vampires on the right. Those are the first 3 that were made. Here's a closer look at the line art for that. Now, one of the tiers on this Kickstarter campaign comes with the original 11 by 17 line art that you see here. This is loaded full of detail, and it also comes with a custom sketch, all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, see, Colleen, you were right. That's what he was saying. Let's fucking go, right? And then we've got some steamy covers by Colleen here. Colleen was gracious enough to do a shoot with her photographer and got some great photos. And so we've got one that's already up, and then the other one that's hidden right now will be revealed when we get to 100 backers. This campaign has 2 different kinds of rewards designed to help people stay interactive throughout the campaign. The first one is backer bonuses, which is based on numbers of backers. So the first 50 backers are all going to get one of these exclusive Mythica first 50 stickers, still in the cellophane here, right? And then when we get to 100 backers, this cover will be revealed and available in the add-on section. So you can go ahead and you can like get your whatever reward that you want, and you can go back and you can add that on later, which is pretty cool, right? Let's see. So go ahead and be sure and share this live chat. If you're watching, share it out to your friends. Let's get as many people watching as possible. We currently have somewhere around 55 people signed up for the pre-launch to get notified.
I think it was 58 this morning when I looked.
Awesome. That's wonderful. So our goal for this campaign is 300 backers. I'd like to would love to see us hit that number. It's a big number to hit, but that's why we set lofty goals. And then we've also got stretch goals. I've got stretch goals all the way up to 10K, which is pretty exciting.
What kind of stretch goals are we looking at?
Let's see if I can pull that up real fast. I didn't add that one to the slideshow, so, but I can. Let's see. We've got. Where's it at? There it is. All right, so let's see. Stop that screen. Share this screen. All right, so at 4,000, all the books are going to be automatically signed. So you're going to get signed copies no matter what tier that you're on. Which is only about $200 above goal. Our goal is $3,800, so that one's going to come quick. And then at 5,000, all the backers are going to get a digital artist edition of Mythica. Which, does anybody know what a digital artist edition even is? Ray's shaking his head no. All right, so a digital artist edition is something that hardcore comic collectors are familiar with. But basically, it's the entire book, just the line art, just the artwork from the artist. And so from beginning to end, it's going to be in black and white, so you can see all the juicy comic book details. This will come in digital format along with the purchases that you have. So even if you're only getting a $5 backer level reward for digital, you're still going to get this digital reward as well. And then at 6,000, every physical backer is going to get a double-sided bookmark. At 7,000, there is a digital download set. So another digital reward, because I like to give the digital backers rewards as well. But this is going to contain a lot of the preliminary sketches, the thumbnails, the character sketches, just a whole little bundle of digital scans and stuff that I've done for that campaign. And then at 8,000, because at 8,000, I assume we'll have hit 100 backers, and that the other cover, your other cosplay cover, will have been revealed by then. So at 8,000, we're going to give away a print of that cosplay cover, that hidden cosplay cover.
Ooh.
All right. And then at 10,000, everyone's going to get a metal bookmark. Plus, Mythica issue 9 is going to extend 4 pages to include all of those preliminary sketches and stuff that came in the earlier digital edition, right? So some exciting stuff going on there. But right now, we have another special guest joining us today. Host of the Denver Sports Show and comic creator, please welcome Cecil Lemmy.
I like that intro, man.
Yeah.
Got my hair going. Yeah. I can headbang a little bit to that. It is Mythica Day. And look at that. Mythica Maniac in the house.
Yes, we've all got our Mythica shirts on. I love it.
I know
it.
whose shirt looks better than ours, Matt, but that's a different time. Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So how are you, Cecil?
No, we're here, man. It's exciting. It's an exciting day. Seeing you as a creator, Matt, and just your professionalism, your style, your influence on the rest of the comic book community. I mean, this is a big, huge day. so looking forward to getting my hands on your latest book, because I only get teases. I only get bits and pieces along the way. Like, everyone's going to get another great chapter in the Mythica story, and that's why today and launch day, I'm just happy to be here, man.
Right. Well, I love your enthusiasm. I'm excited too. It's been a long road, and I'm excited to finally hit this launch button. So, like, what is it that you really enjoy about Mythica?
Well, and the Mythica story is one that we don't know where it's going, right? And I think all of us as creators, you can kind of forecast things. Oh, I've seen this beat before or whatever. I mean, I've got Save the Cat behind me, right? So everyone understands what the beats of stories are supposed to be. But with Mythica, it's twists, it's turns, it's a world that we're not commonly exposed to in other, stories and mediums. I love the Easter eggs. I love the artwork. I love the way you draw women. That's why you always do sexy covers for me on my stuff. Like, it's just all these things wrapped into one, and it's what makes Mythica and the story, kind of the realm of Mythica, so fascinating for everyone.
I do enjoy drawing the sexy covers, and I also really enjoy the Easter eggs and burying stuff in the backgrounds. That's something. It's one of my favorite things. And honestly, when I look at comics, there's so many comics out there that just don't have much at all for background. It's just sort of like a gradient of color. And, sometimes that's okay. You can't put details on every panel.
Unless you're you, because you do it. And in a way, I mean, there's Mark Silvestri to their style. There's Todd McFarlane to your style. And I've seen the video of Todd, like, talking to Rob Liefeld when he was young, because Todd was older than those guys, but he's like, you're still trying to figure out how to draw hands, and I'm putting another detail in this brick. Like, and it's that type of stuff I think comic fans really enjoy, because there is so much of that, like, bland background or just kind of plain stuff. Like, Mythica, you have to go through time and time again. It's like watching a movie, right? You're gonna miss stuff. Go back through it multiple times so you can catch everything. Right?
Yeah, there's so many things. Like, there's some stuff I was looking back at, like issue 2 or 3, and there's like Thundercats logos and Star Wars logos like buried into the backgrounds, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
I totally enjoy that stuff. So you are also, besides being the famously known for being the Denver sports host, you are also a comic creator. What is it about comics that you love? And tell us briefly about some of your comic endeavors.
Yeah, and what I love about it is being able to learn from creators like you, Matt. You've been such a resource to me and such a friend that we've forged. I mean, when we go to shows, if we're at the same show, and sometimes we're at different shows, but if we're at the same show, I always tell the people, like, I have to sit next to Matt Campbell. Like, that's it. So
that's
for
true.
me,
there's been a lot of that, especially at the LC shows.
Yes. So it's like, for me, it's the community. It's the community of creators that I've met, and the professionals such as yourself, becoming friends with people in the industry like Jay Leiston from Marvel, like just having people be very helpful in, my journey as an independent comic book creator. It reminds me of my journey into sports, where I was just some country kid, dumb country bumpkin who rode a tractor and listened to sports radio all day. And, now I'm a sports talk show host this is my 20th year on air. So it's that sort of helpfulness. It's the Wheel of Ultimate Destiny, right? It's like what you and Smurf do, where you're helping people along. Like, this is the way, to what you should be looking for. And creating is so much fun. And to me, that's what it's about. It's about the creation process. It's about the art. It's about the story. And that's what I enjoy the most. And then getting your stories out there into the communities to see what fans think, right? And then see how they respond to your work and your art and your properties. So, yeah, and all my stuff's at smokingguncomics.com. And it's just fun to be here, but it's fun to be in this community. Because, and in every community, even the sports world, there's some turds, right? But there's a lot of really, really good people in this industry. And it's cool to just be able to hang out. And what are you creating? What am I creating? What is the audience like? What are the latest trends, right? Like, it's a fun community to be a part of.
I totally agree. The show that we do on Fridays has been a great opportunity to connect with the community, especially the indie comic community. But I love indie comics because it's the people that are making their own stuff have a passion of telling it, telling the story they're trying to tell without, like Colleen was saying earlier, a bunch of edits and corporate people coming in and chopping up the end product, and it just doesn't feel authentic. Indie comics are where all the best stories are at, in my opinion.
Yeah, the gatekeepers are gone, right, Colleen?
Yeah, everyone's coming together to create things and to work together and bring people along for the journey instead of trying to squash everyone else down so that I can get on top. It's fun to bring everyone along.
And a lot of people don't know this, but Colleen is also actually a comic creator.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I have one comic out. I'm
got one comic, working on the next. But that's where it begins, one at a time. It's, as all of us here know, it's a lot harder than people realize.
It's work for sure, and there's a lot of passion involved, passionate in Mythica, passionate in what we all do. And what I enjoy about the independent comic book community is I'm just barely dipping my toe into the world of Hollywood. And one of my writing partners is Mark Torgove. He wrote Garfield. He used to write for David Letterman, all these sorts of things. And in that world, you can create something. You can create a story. Someone can buy it, and it's never made. With independent comics, you get to make it. You get to make it. You have a story that somebody could potentially buy, but you get to make the actual product. There's so many countless stories, and I'm only dipping my toe in the Hollywood aspect of this business. So many stories of I had this great idea. Paramount bought it and they never made it, but I got my idea back and now I'm whatever. It's no. In independent comics, you've got your idea, you can make your idea and you can put it out there for all of the masses to enjoy. And I think that's what we as creators want the most, obviously make a living and money and all those sorts of things. But it's I want my stories to be out there to impact people so that they can say, hey, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed that. Not just hey, I'm a mercenary that I'm just writing for money and then it never gets made and I don't care. No, I care. I want my stories to be out there. I want stories like Mythica to be out there for fans to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're going to be hitting the launch button for the Mythica 9 campaign in just a couple minutes. Hopefully Cecil will be around long enough to catch us hitting that launch button at least. But like I said, we are going to be giving away free content for people who are backing while we're on air. And so if you back something, of course, they're blowing leaves or something outside. Hopefully that's not too terrible. But if you are backing and you put, backed or something in the comments, then we'll add you. But right now, waiting backstage, we have a legendary comic artist, a master of hues and virtuoso of light, who has done work for some of the biggest comic creators in the industry. Please give it up for the incredible Chuck Michael Obach.
Oh,
welcome,
hi,
Chuck.
Guys. Hello.
So
that was a great intro.
Well, thank you so much for joining us all the way from the future. It's like Friday morning in where you're at.
Yeah, it's almost 12:30 a.m. here.
12:30 a.m. on Friday. So thank you for joining us so late into the night. But this is actually when you like to work the most, isn't it?
Yeah. I get all my clients here during the night.
Right on.
So I usually chat with them. I got used to it.
Nice. So we got a couple minutes left before we get into hitting the launch button. So real quick, what are some of the bigger projects that you've been excited to work on besides Mythica, of course?
Besides Mythica, right now I'm usually just making coloring covers. I have done for The Last Ronin, there are 3 more covers coming up, and also they're coming back with Johnny Quest. Remember Johnny Quest?
Oh, I love Johnny Quest. Yeah.
So I've done a few covers for Johnny Quest. I think it's gonna be 4 in total.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
for books, yeah, just a couple of indies. I'm not really. I'm just really laying low for a bit.
Well, I've seen you in the industry. We've known each other now for like 8 years, I think we said.
Yeah.
And in that
I think
time, I've watched you work for some of the biggest names out there. But so I'm always so grateful that when you have time to work on my books, and so what is it like as a colorist? You get all different kinds of styles of artists. So what's it like working on Mythica?
Well, for me, it's really about the person I'm working with. So I like working with you because you're so kind. Really, really. Among all the other creators out there, like you're one of the best creators out there. Like so kind to the artists.
Aw, thanks, man.
Plus, you give me great directions, and there's like when you see a piece, and you see it in black and white in lines, and you just see the vision. Like, oh, I know how to color this. That's how I see your work. Like, oh, I already know how to color. It becomes easier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if I do bad colors, you just tell me what to do, so it makes me look good.
I think some that might come from being a teacher. I'm very used to, and I practice this on the Friday show as well. But I'm very used to packaging when I talk to people with like what's good first, and I really appreciate this, but we need to make some changes.
Yeah, man. For as a colorist, I welcome edits a lot. I love edits because the final product is what matters, and if it makes me look good, then that's a plus, I think.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's check the time. We are at 10:27. We're only a few minutes away from hitting this launch button. You guys excited? I'm excited.
Very
Excited.
I'm so ready to get this thing going because for the next, I think it's 28 days, I have to promote, make all my friends sick and tired of seeing Mythica pop up in their feeds until we reach the end. But like I said at the beginning, we've got backer bonuses at different milestones of 50, 100, 250. We've got stretch goals, things to just keep people involved. And then today, and today only, we've also got giveaways. And speaking of covers, you might remember this one, Chuck, because I asked you for some feedback on this one. But this is one of the things I'm giving away here. Let's see. Let's go to this one, maybe. Here we go. This is for Blade Shot, and so somebody will get this one. We've got Annabelle, issue 3 that I did a cover for, which will be coming to somebody. And Annabelle issue 4 is actually launching on Kickstarter tomorrow by Todd Rayner. So you could go check that out, get the other issues, but those won't come signed by me. This one will. So, and then I've got some other Mythica issues. In fact, one of them, if you guys are familiar with colorist Alex Sinclair, this is one of the other giveaways I'm doing. This is Mythica issue 8, colored by Alex Sinclair on the cover and signed by Alex, as well as signed by me. And so anybody that puts backed in the comment section once we hit the launch button is going to be entered into the giveaway wheel, and you'll get randomly selected for one of those prizes. All right. But it is 10:29, and I think it's time that we jump into this, right? We're going to hit it just a few seconds early because I can't wait, right? So we're going to run the launch.
Button, who's got the button?
It's over there.
With this button, I so launch.
Launch.
Launch. Launch.
All right. Congratulations. Your project is officially live, is now on Kickstarter. Let's go ahead and switch out this Wheel of Destiny with the actual campaign, and we'll kind of walk through and look at the video. You guys, I made a video for this campaign. It was so stressful, and I'll explain why in just a second. Let's see. We want to go with this one. There we go. So most of the time, I'm not really concerned about whether or not I'm going to hit goal, because I generally have a big enough following that that's never been a problem. But ever since I've been doing this show and giving people advice on how to do better campaigns, the stress now has come in, do I have all the things that I've been telling people they need to have? And so that's where the nervousness has come in. But let's check out this video first and see what it tells us. Let's see, make sure I'm sharing this tab right. So let's go full screen with that, Ray. What's up, guys and gals? My name is Matt Campbell. I'm a comic book artist and the creator of Mythica. I'm glad you're here because we have an action-packed new issue of Mythica, but first, let's take a look at the hero of our story, Captain Magnus McDraken. In 1914, Captain McDraken was one of the most decorated soldiers in all of Scotland. One night on the western front of France, he and his Black Watch squad were attacked by something hideous, unnatural, and dark. This creature tore his men apart in a matter of seconds, but somehow Magnus lived. Now, demons of the night have tracked him to the northernmost tip of Scotland. This time there are several of them, but Magnus stands alone to face them. Magnus has no intention of running or backing down. He intends to fight. This is his home. This was the home of his men. This is Cape Wrath. Mythica 9 is an all-new 28-page issue titled There Will Be Blood. This is part 3 of the Cape Wrath story arc, and by far the most intense issue yet. But I need your help to continue the story of Mythica, so please, pledge now and share this with everyone who loves good storytelling. Thank you so much, and be sure and look at all the details below in the description. All right. There it is. What do you guys think?
I like it. I like the animation during it. I like the narration, the use of sound effects. Again, as a radio guy, like I understand where you put in those sound effects and how they resonate with the audience. And it was to the point. You know, a lot of intro videos can go on and on. This was kept you on the edge of your seat for that minute and a half.
That took a lot of re-edits. I mean, first of all, I had to record myself, and I did many different takes for that, and then I had to cut myself out of the background. And I don't have a green screen. Thankfully, technology is getting a little bit easier with that, but still, like if you're wearing headphones, you got to get in like between all the little ins and outs. But yeah, like I said, all the stuff that you just said, Cecil, is stuff that I've been talking about on my Friday show. And so I kept going back and looking at my video after every show and going, is it to the point? Is it entertaining? Is it this? Is it that? So, all right. So we've already got some people backed here. So let's do a couple of giveaways, shall we? Let's start with Gerald. Gerald was the first one on screen. Actually, take that back. Going back a little farther, Dead Cosmos was the first person that pledged. All right. So let's go to the giveaway wheel. I'm finding that I can't share more than one screen at a time, so I got to close. Actually, no. Yeah, I forgot how to do that. Yeah, I can.
Yay, technology.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so I know it's small. You guys not be able to see it, so I'm going to go over the rewards again, and then we're going to hit play to see what Dead Cosmos got. You can either get this signed copy of issue 8 signed by Alex Sinclair and myself. You can get this copy of Annabelle issue 3 signed by me, which is launching on Kickstarter tomorrow from Todd Rayner. You can get this copy of Blade Shot signed by me. It's spicy and definitely adult for inside. It's definitely adult. Then we have this holofoil edition of Mythica issue 7, which is very fun. And then we also have the Indie Comics Rock sticker. And I feel like there's something I'm missing. 7 holofoil, sticker 8. No. Oh, and there's also a metal bookmark of your choosing. I'll have to grab some of those. I forgot about that. All right, so let's see what Dead Cosmos gets added to his campaign. Trying to click on the screen that we're on instead of the actual screen. All right. Of course, it's the metal bookmark of choosing. All right, so give me 1 second to grab the bookmarks. Thankfully, they're right here. So these metal bookmarks are actually, I'm hoping to maybe get these guys as a sponsor on our Friday show because they make some great quality product, and I think they have an online store, so I think it would be a great addition to the show here. Let's see, there we go. All right, so let's go to this one for a second. All right, Dead Cosmos, you can choose from the Mythica issue 8. You can choose the sassy bookmark that is colored by Chuck Michael Obuck. This is one of the very first things that Chuck ever colored for me. And let me tell you, he does skin beautifully. Right? And then we have the Naughty Edition cover of issue 7. This is the Magnus Warrior edition. And then there is the Red Sonja, But Did You Die? And lastly, a little bit of what's anime tentacle stuff going?
Hentai.
There you go. A little bit. Something tells me she was right on there. She's all about it, right?
That's my favorite bookmark.
All right, so let's see. I'll give Dead Cosmos some time to answer back which one of those you want me to add into your campaign. In the meantime, he says, responded, Naughty, issue 7 to go with my Naughty Riley cover. All right, so let me check that one out. That would be this one right here. So I'm going to make a little sticky note for that one. All right, now we've got more to give away. Free stuff giveaway. Somebody said we're already over 500 on the campaign, which is exciting. All right, scrolling back up, the next person to pledge was Gerald. So let's get back over to the wheel. Oops. There we go. And I need to, I'm going to leave the bookmark up there. So let's spin that wheel again. This is for Gerald. Oh, almost went to the bookmark again, but instead, Gerald, you are getting the Blade Shot variant signed. That is a sexy book. Be cautious when you open it that there are no kids around because it's spicy. We like spicy around here. All right, making a note of that for Gerald. Congratulations, Gerald, and thank you for backing. And this is for Josh, aka Dead Cosmos. All right, next up, Ray, producer of our show. He jumped in on the free stuff. So let's see what Ray gets. We're going to remove this blank cover variant from Blade Shot. Feel like it's skipping a beat. There we go. Looks like Annabelle signed variant. Congratulations, Ray. And like I said, that campaign launches tomorrow. So you can go support. And I'm sure you'll be able to get the issues 1 and 2 as well. I don't know how you can get 1 and 2 and skip 3, but, you know, theirs won't be signed by me. So next up, we have Kyle, who backed with a freebie. And then Julie. So let's see. We're going to remove that Annabelle variant. Let's hit this wheel one more time. Indie Comics Rock sticker. Congratulations, Kyle. And thank you for backing. All right. I'm going to leave that one on there as well because I might give away another sticker just because I'm feeling it. All right. Now, before we go further, we're going to give away some more stuff in just a second, but we have another host joining us, another guest joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fans of all things geeky, please welcome the commander of the Colorado Ghostbusters, the mastermind behind 5280 Geek, the man with no tan, the one and only Smurf. There it is.
All right, I need that for my sizzle reel. Damn, that was impressive as hell. Holy God.
We have been hard at work putting together reels for everybody. It's been a late night.
Holy God.
Thanks, super producer Ray, for putting that one together for you.
Super producer Ray, hard at work. God damn, that was a glory. I need that. I'm going to put that in my show. Shit.
And also, before we go, Chuck's video. Literally, this is how close we've come to the wire here. We started working on these videos last night, and like less than 12 hours ago, and Ray was literally trying to render these out after we started the show at 10. So we didn't have Chuck's ready, so we're gonna play it now. That says Cecil on it.
Yeah, that's Cecil. I'm like, Cecil changed his name? I mean, I know you may have said some offending things to some Bronco fans, but no reason to change your name, buddy. Shit.
No, it's all good.
Funny.
It's all good.
All right, so let's get back to sharing our freebies. Actually, let's take a quick glimpse at how the campaign's doing so far, and then we'll come back to the freebies. Let's hit refresh, and then let's go. We'll try this one. All right. We're currently, it's climbing. We've currently got 10 backers. Remember, guys, the first 50 backers automatically get a sticker. So all of you that have pledged are also going to get one of these first 50 stickers. And when we get to 100 backers, we unlock the secret cover that is being hidden here. Colleen's secret cover.
I got to get me one of them.
I know, right? So let's go back to the giveaway wheel. Julie was the next one to back. So let's see what Julie gets added on to her campaign. Toot, 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 toot. Metal bookmark of your choosing. I feel like Julie might have every one of these bookmarks. Julie has been the loyalist of fans for many years. So we've got the hentai, the hentai tentacle, right? We've got the Magnus one, the Mythica issue 8, the Red Sonja, but did you die? And these are nice, heavy-duty metal. They're not going to bend. They're going to last for a long time. And then we've got the Chuck Michael Obach covered Magnus and Riley. Love this one, right? So Julie, just let us know which one you want to add at the bottom. And Todd Rayner is here with us saying, yes, all of the issues will be available in the Annabelle issue 4 campaign tomorrow. You're welcome, buddy. And thanks for the opportunity to do one of your covers on issue 3. That was really fun to do. Let's see. I think we've got more wheel to spin. Julie says she'll go with the Chuck colored bookmark. All right. That's a good one. That's a favorite one. I was just thinking about that Chuck video that had Cecil's name on it. Good times. Actually, I'm still super impressed about what Ray's been able to do. He made 4 intro videos in the course of just a few hours. So,
I mean, you finally got to use the Lego skeleton taking me out. I mean, that was.
Oh, don't worry. We're not done using that video clip.
That was
all right.
Disastrous.
All right. So, let's see. All right. So there's still some availability. So if you're watching this right now, we are giving away free prizes. If you are backing the campaign right now, if you put backed in the comments section, then you can be entered to win the one of 4 prizes we have left. We have the Mythica Hollow Foil Edition from issue 7, which is there's not a lot of left. And then this one is Mythica issue 8, signed by Alex Sinclair, the colorist of the cover, and signed by me. This one's really rare. There's only, I only have 3 copies that are signed by him. I'm keeping the other 2. So that one's going away. And then we have the bookmarks and sticker. So if you put backed, we'll have that. All right. So Todd says back. He's like, I want the hollow cover. It doesn't work like that, pal. You choose.
I'll take it. Why not? Sure.
Wheel of Destiny. We have a wheel just for that.
Have a wheel for just such an occasion.
That's right. So let me share the Wheel of Destiny. And let's see which one Todd gets. Maybe it will be the hollow foil cover. Maybe you'll get your own Annabelle cover. Actually, no, that one already went. All right, let's see what you get. Oh, you almost got the hollow foil cover. You got the one signed by Alex Sinclair. Congratulations, my friend. That's a rare one.
It's a good get.
Yeah, it's a good get. All right. Now, Cecil, I know that you can't stay long. So if you need to bow out or something, I totally understand.
Well, I appreciate you all, each and every one of you. And my goodness, what a great start for Mythica. And let's keep it up out there on Kickstarter. Matt, I do have to correct you, though. You said the work's over. The work just begins. Kickstarter's hard. So good
Oh.
luck, my friend.
I know
And,
for the next month, I'm going to be badgering everybody. So
everyone go out there, back this project, back Mythica, back Action Line Studios, and we'll be seeing you guys around. Peace.
thanks for joining us, Cecil.
Wait, man.
All right. All right. All right. So that means we still have one hollow foil cover left, and we have stickers. So I didn't get a chance to ask you, Smurf, like, what are you most excited about Mythica? Like, what is it you like about Mythica?
I like many people, I'm sure, love the story. I want to see the progression of the character. I want to see more of this world. I'm a big fan of World War II to begin with, for like movies and comics and just literature in general. So to be set in that period and then add vampires, Nazi vampires, I'm really excited to see where you've taken it, because you don't give me any spoilers, and I love that about you. So I read it as everybody else as it comes out. So to be, ground floor with the fans, it's like, okay, what? Because they're all like, what's going to happen? Like, I don't know. He doesn't tell me shit. So I that's what I want to see. I want to see him finally just like go balls out crazy and just bust some heads. And you said, I get that, right? You said there is some carnage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll show you a couple of glimpses, and then we'll actually go look at the Kickstarter page as well. But besides the sexy covers, we've
sexy cover.
Yeah, we got a couple of different sexy covers here. We've got a lot of intense action. Here's a close-up shot for you. Basically, it's a showdown between one angry Scotsman and a nest of vampires. And when vampires can keep regenerating, and this particular Scotsman can make himself impenetrable, this makes for a long, drawn-out fight.
Rock, hard place.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly. And so he has to keep getting more and more creative on like how to kill these things. But yeah, it's been fun. With this particular issue, I was trying to push myself in the writing aspect, trying to create a story narrative within a fight scene. So, I mean, that was challenging.
Choreographing a fight scene is already difficult as it is, right? I mean, I think would be difficult that it makes sense, because you're not a pugilist, you're not a trained combatant. I mean, how do you get to map this and storyboard this all out?
Right. Yeah, it's there's a certain amount of staging and like spatial awareness because there's not real people, so you have to like move around with your mind with the camera. And remember that, as you're doing this thing, that there's a character behind them that could just as easily stab them in the back or jump on their back. And you have to be kind of aware of where all the characters are at any given time. And the other thing that I was really trying to push myself up with this particular big fight scene was making it look like he's actually fighting multiple characters at once, rather than, one at a time, and the other ones are just standing around waiting for their turn, which I always chuckle when I see in movies.
Yeah, so, why don't they just all rush them at once? Instead, they're like just sitting there twirling the chain, like we got to rumble,
Right. Ray says he's a trained combatant, so maybe I'll have to bounce some ideas off of you as I do more fight scenes in the future. There's going to be plenty of them, that's for sure.
Nice.
So let's go over to Kickstarter and take a look at what's in the campaign. Now that you're here, Smurf, we can take a look at this. We watched the video before you got here, but you've seen that video, I believe.
I have seen that video.
So we don't need to show it again.
Amazing. I mean, not to discredit or discount it, but it is amazing.
There were a couple of small edits I think you hadn't seen, but for the most part, you've seen it. So let's look at the campaign as if we're looking at it on a Friday show, from a consumer's point of view. So let me go ahead and share this tab, and then I guess we'll go with this one. All right. It's still not sharing. Oh, that's why. There we go. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just put this full screen so it's easier for everybody. And I can even, zoom in on that screen a little bit. There we go. We'll make it as big as we can, right? All right. So we saw in the video, I was I explained quite a bit in the video, which is helpful. But here we've got the intro. I'm going to read this one with my announcer voice here. my weak, sad attempt at an announcer voice, since I've got Smurf here, who's an expert. Actually, can you read that? Can you see it?
No, I can see it. I can't read it.
I didn't think so. That's why I was going to read it. So it says, on a foggy winter night in 1914, a small fishing village on the northern tip of Scotland is being stalked by a nest of bloodthirsty vampires. One man stands in defiance of the approaching darkness. His name is Magnus McDraken, and this is his home. This is Cape Wrath, and tonight there will be blood.
Like it.
I like it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. It says here, Mythica issue 9 is action-packed and part of the Cape Wrath storyline that began in issue 7. In this campaign, you can get all the issues of Cape Wrath storyline, just issue 9, or you can get all 9 of the Mythica issues if you're new to this series. So what is Mythica? I have rewritten this part at least a dozen times. So if you're a comic creator out there, know that it is constantly changing. You're always trying to upload the pitch. This says, Mythica is a dark fantasy comic book thriller taking place in the midst of World War I. A relentless and highly decorated Scottish soldier embarks on a mission of vengeance for the uncanny death of his squad and discovers something new worth living for and protecting, promising an emotionally charged narrative filled with action, carnage, and revenge. So what do you think so far?
I like it. I like the hook. I like the visuals that you're bringing for like describing what's going on, as well as kind of giving us like the backstory. So you're kind of filling in a lot of holes that I as a reader, I would have, but you're again focusing on this issue. What am I looking for? And I'll get to the back stuff, but you know, what's the stakes? What am I in this for this issue?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of like lore underneath of all this. We've got a villain, like a primary, what would you call it? Like Emperor Palpatine level kind of villain that we've only glimpsed at, that I really haven't, you know, dove into. We have a lot of like the Celtic lore and the background of where these characters got their abilities that's kind of filtering into the story as we go. But one of the things that I see a lot of people do is they start with all that. They start with the whole world building backstory, and that's not what the story is about. You know, get to the point of the story.
And that's what I like about this the most. It's like the first Tremors movie. All right. And I think this is the perfect example of storytelling. We have no idea what these things are. We don't have time to figure out. Everyone can speculate, but we're in a situation and we need to take care of it. And that's what I like. You know, you build up and you fill it in as you go. Not like, here's everything at once and now the action. No, I hate that. I hate that.
I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate it, he says. Go ahead, Colleen.
It gives it a good sense of intrigue too when you're constantly filling it in without having to lay it all out at the beginning.
Yeah, you know, I like what Chuck said, kilt and carnage.
Kilts and carnage.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, you know, Colleen, I definitely like the idea of leaving something for people to think about and question and wonder and just like dripping the lore. I don't know how many of you guys watched Game of Thrones, but when I first started watching that show, that was one of the things that I loved about the show is like there would be these magical, fantastical moments like the guy that could change his face. But it happens so infrequently that when it came, you were like, oh, cool. You know, you knew this world had magic in it, but it was mostly about the people and the story and their interactions. And then all of a sudden you were reminded, oh, this is a fantastical world with dragons, you know. And that's sort of, you know, kind of the approach I was trying to go for there.
Well, and it's a great tool for foreshadowing, and like Oling said, build that mystery. And I mean, that's kind of fun, like the earlier X-Men comics where you don't know who the villain is, and you know, we get Sinister later, and you know, Apocalypse, and who's the one behind the curtain that's really running it. How do you get to the depth of the story? And I think that's the perfect setup.
I'm happy to hear you guys say that. I mean, I've been working really hard on trying to be, you know, good at pitching, be good at influencing, so I can help others do the same. And I would feel a strong sense of what imposter syndrome if, like, I was telling everybody what they needed to do and my stuff wasn't meeting the cut. Here's a couple more scenes from the interior, the black and white version here. One of the things that, you know, Chuck and I were just talking about is when I make my pages, I try to make them read as a black and white, so that there's high contrast. A lot of comic book artists will just do the line art and then let the colorist run wild with it, which is great for the colorist because they get to choose where the lighting's coming from. They have kind of full reign, and I'm sure Chuck will tell you that colorists love that. But I make these pages with the intent of them being strong enough to stand alone as black and white. And one of the stretch goals, which we'll see down below, is an artist edition of Mythica, which is going to be the entire book in black and white, both the cover and the interiors. And that comes as a digital and as a print copy if we hit our certain stretch goals. So that's something that I'm excited about. My influences are all the artists that do this, you know, pretty regular, like Bernie Wrightson. I feel like Dave Finch, even though he pencils mostly, his work is also, you know, pretty readable in black and white. So let's look at the covers here. Spam is trying to call me. We've got the regular cover. And by the way, this cover that you see here, that's actually was going to be a splash page in the book. But I ended up kind of rewriting and decided, hey, I'm going to use this for a cover. Then over next, we have a hollow foil edition. There's only 50 of those. Then I'm trying something brand new. We have the Mythica Metal Edition. I've seen this on a lot of other campaigns. A lot of people were asking for it. This is the first time I'll be doing it, and it's very limited. There's only 20 of them. So it's the same metal that these metal bookmarks are made out of. Then we have the cover B line arts, which lines by me and color by Jesse Hagee. I think I'm saying his name right. Jesse's another phenomenal colorist. He did the coloring for the Mythica Darkness Rising graphic novel cover, and he's also does a lot of amazing work for other books. We do have a small limited run of a Virgin cover of that, which is, if you don't know, Virgin just means no graphics, no titles, just the artwork. Then we have the cover C, which is colored by Chuck. This is actually page 1 of the book. Look at the quality level of that coloring. That's all the way through this book.
It's gorgeous.
I was like, this is definitely a cover-worthy shot. I'm just going to use it. Then we have our beautiful cosplay covers by Colleen.
Yay!
Yay!
Need a copy of that. Do we have a Virgin cover of that? You know, where
maybe we'll have to load it into the add-ons.
yes.
Another Colleen cosplay cover waiting to be unlocked at 100 backers, which I'm sure we'll get to no problem. So let's take a look at those backer bonuses. And like I said, the first 50 will get this sticker. At 100 backers, we'll unlock this. So basically what that means is if you've already backed, you can go back into the add-on section and add this issue to your selection. So that'll be available in there. And it's on the add-on section, what I tried to do is make sure the shipping was very minimal, if any at all, because you're already being charged shipping for your main package. This is just like an extra book we're putting in the package, so it shouldn't raise shipping all that much, So then we've got at 200 backers, this is also something new. I unlock the ability to add shirts to your order. One shirt per person, but we have sizes medium to 2X. So it's going to be the first time I've added these kinds of shirts in there, which is awesome. Then at 250 backers, everyone gets this Mythica sticker. And then at 300 backers, everyone gets a bonus print, which could be, because I haven't decided what print that's going to be, that could be our Virgin cosplay cover, Mr. Smurf.
What's that?
I said the 300 backer reward gets a bonus print. So
I thought they get a Smurf. I'm like, all right, I'll deliver it. I mean, that's fine. we can do the Smurf Express. I'll show up.
I was thinking about something earlier when I was writing up your intro. You're the commander of the Colorado Springs or the Colorado Ghostbusters.
Correct.
So I was like, so Commander Smurf. I was thinking about, Papa Smurf, Commander Smurf. Like, I think that's what I'm gonna start calling you now, just Commander Smurf. Not like the title Commander Smurf, but more like Commander Smurf.
Commander Smurf. Like, well, I mean, anytime I introduce you, it's always Mr. Matt Campbell. So, I mean, even when I'm talking about you, like not on air or in situations, it always is Mr. Matt Campbell.
Right.
So, and
right.
You know what? I am upset because there was a time on my show that I was offering $20 donation, and Mr. Matt Campbell will come and read you an issue of Mythica. And I'm upset no one ever took me up on that. I really am. I mean, it's not that I need $20. I just wanted to see if someone would do it.
All right. Before I get into the stretch goals and some of the reward levels that we have, and then we sign off for the morning, I want to show Ray has been hard at work the entire time we've been on this show. He's rendered out a video, found out that he had the name wrong, went back, rendered out the video again, and so without further ado, here's the intro that Chuck never got. Yeah.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
I just want to headbang to that. Just.
I liked awesome. The end where it said "complete badass."
Right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. That's true. It's true. So again, all the thanks go to Ray busting that out. Definitely going to have to adorn him with lots of free stuff.
I was like, give him a raise. I mean,
yeah.
What do we give?
We're not in payment mode yet, right?
I know. What do we give Super Producer Ray? Ray, do you want like a
shirts, books, stickers?
I mean, I'll give you a Ghostbusters T-shirt if you like. I mean, whatever you want, buddy.
All right, so let's get into the stretch goals and the reward tiers that are, because some of these are limited, so I want to get into those, and then we'll be signing off for the morning and let everyone go get some lunch and rest. I didn't sleep well last night. We were all trying to get ready for this thing. So
yeah, I was like, how much anxiety is just pumping through you right now? Because I don't think I've ever heard you talk this fast.
Quite a bit. A big part of it was, I've said this before you got here, is that I started building this campaign back in April with an expected launch of like May, and then some things fell through and had to come back to it. And my fear was that even though they had approved my campaign in like early May, that now when I hit launch, they were going to say, oh, things have changed. We need to reapprove this. And I would be just sitting here like unable to launch. So that was my big fear. That didn't happen. We're live and things are trucking right along. And now I'm just riding off the sleep deprivation in coffee. So that's pretty much how that's working. I'll crash probably right after this
I'm
show.
sure as soon as the video's done, you're just gonna.
So let's go back over to the rewards here. So the goal for this campaign is $3,800. That $3,800 helps to cover the colorist, our Chuck here, and as well as the letterer, Tim West. And then anything above that is going to start going in toward the next book. And I haven't really mentioned this a whole lot, but one of the goals for me is to replace myself as an artist, which is going to be tough to find someone who's putting the amount of detail that I want. But here's the thing. I have a bunch of this story to tell. And once I started making this book, I realized there's all these other things I got to do. You know, you got to market the book and publish the book and distribute the book and all these other hats to wear. And I had to ask myself, what's more important, getting this book out fast or being the person who draws every single page? And it come down to, I want to get this book out to as many people. So I'm pulling a Todd McFarlane on this.
I was just about to call you the Todd Father. All right.
Yeah.
Well done, Todd Father.
I'm going to still do covers. I'm still going to oversee the art direction, make sure it's coming out the way that I want to. But that means that after this campaign, I'm going to be on the lookout for an artist that fits this style. So if you're an artist, keep that in mind.
And you can deliver. You can be an artist.
Yes.
But you have to
and you're timely, because that's the whole thing.
Yep.
So yes, we're over 740. Nice. All right. So the goal is 3,800. Our first stretch goal is at only 4,000, which is only $200 above goal. But I like hitting those stretch goals early. And that first one is all the books that anybody gets are going to be signed automatically. You know, it may not be worth much now, but maybe someday when I'm famous, it will be. You never know.
You have your own toy line and clothing line and
$3 million baseball.
Merchandising and creating your shirts. I mean,
don't forget, I have to have a $3 million baseball as well.
That's true. You know, big balls that are signed by people.
I already have that. They're just not signed.
They're smooth like eggs.
This just got off the rails.
Wow, that went quick. I need one.
All right, back to the stretch goals.
Back to those stretch goals.
At 5,000 backers, all the backers will get that digital artist edition I was just talking about, black and white, to see all the details. And that is for all of the backers, not just the physical backers. So even if you're only backing at the $5 level, which gets you a digital copy of issue 9, you're still going to get this digital copy of issue 9 in black and white. So you're going to get 2 PDFs for the price of one, which is pretty awesome. A lot of times I see backer bonuses and stretch goals that don't give anything to the digital people. And there's a lot of people overseas who want to be involved that can't afford the $25 or $30 it costs to ship books, right? Chuck can probably relate to that.
Yeah, digital people are people too, you know.
Exactly.
It's like you're second class nerds. I mean, which is a contradiction in itself. How dare you?
Exactly. So yeah, we included some digital rewards. At 6,000, every physical backer is going to get a double-sided bookmark. At 7,000, there's going to be another digital download set. This is going to include sketches, all of the preliminary, or a lot of the preliminary work that went into like constructing this issue of Mythica. There's lots of like sketched out fight scenes that I never even actually put in the book, just trying to work out the fights. So that's kind of the stuff that's going to be in there. And then if we get to 8,000, we're going to get, there it is. Comic size print of the Riley cosplay cover E, which is the hidden one that's right now. So that's a print comic size of that cosplay cover. And then at 10,000, we hit 10,000. I'm going to like throw a party, but everyone's going to get a metal bookmark on top of everything else. Plus, the book is going to be extended 4 pages to include printed versions of those behind the scenes sketches and the making of commentary. And so I'm super excited about all of that. Now, I want to move over to the goals, but I'm trying to find how I can share those. I think I'll have to go full screen because that's the only way to see them because they're off on the right. But we have the first one, the $5 digital edition, because digital people are people too. We have the Cape Wrath set, which is basically issues 7, 8, and 9 in digital. We have all 9 issues of Mythica in digital format. And then we get into the physical copies. Mythica issue 9, regular cover, $19. You get the book, you get a sticker, you get a print, you get featured in the thank you section of the book, and a digital copy of it as well. So lots of stuff for that $20. I like to make sure people feel like they're getting their money's worth. Then we have the issue 9 cover, the cover B of the Art of Riley. All the same stuff comes with that. We have the Virgin cover edition of that. That one is limited to 25. We have the cosplay cover. Then the Vamps cover. The holofoil cover. Then we have the Cape Wrath set. So this is issues 7, 8, and 9, as well as all 3 of those in digital, as well as a sticker and a print, all for $40, plus all the stretch goals that come with it. Then we have the metal cover for $40. The spicy set. This is the spicy edition of issue 7, issue 8, and 2 versions of issue 9, as well as in PDF form. That's usually a popular one. Then we have the Darkness Rising set, which basically is the first 6 issues collected, and then 7, 8, and 9 that come after it. Issue 9 is all of the covers from issue 9, all in one set. Now, the only one that's not included in this that will be thrown in is that one we get at 100 backers. If we get that, that's going to be automatically thrown in. And then we have the producer package. So these last 2 packages are very special. You get all of the issue 9 books, plus you get a blank cover that has a custom sketch by me. So a sketch cover by me on a Mythica blank. You get to submit, your ideas, but final selection of the artwork is at the artist's discretion. Somebody might want, hentai or something. I don't know.
Oh my!
Which I'd probably love to draw. I'm sure.
I was gonna
say. There are only 8 of those because I still have other things to do, so I can't draw a million covers. So there's only 8 of those, so act fast. And then lastly, we always have this one. These are the executive producers. This is where you get the cover art for issue 9, as well as all that stuff from the producer package. And something I forgot to mention, this executive producer package also comes with a display 11x17 display cover from Collect Display Frames. That is something that you can change out the artwork, hang it on your wall, put it up, and then you can change it out, which is a really great feature. And also in the add-on section, we do have available that people can actually go and purchase a comic book size frame. Those run about $35. There's no glass in them, so don't have to worry about anything breaking and shipping. So it'll come with the books. We've already arranged all this with collected display. So you can get a comic book size frame, and you can see one right here over my shoulder. These can slide out, and you can change them out and put something else in them. So it makes it really great. You can she has a bunch of different colors on her site, but for this campaign, we're getting the marble black ones. So they go great with everything. So yeah, you can add those on as well. There's a lot of stuff in the add-on section, right? So that's everything. Does anyone want to add anything before we're out?
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty great
how
too.
you feeling? I mean, that's the question.
I'm feeling great. We are currently at over 860. We're already at, like, I don't know what percentage that is, but we're trucking right along, right? So I'd love to hit goal in the first 24 hours. That would be awesome. Ray did the math. Super producer Ray said we're at 22% of goal already. So 22.6.
Nice. That's
again, Ray is on the job. Love that guy. All right, guys. Well, I don't want to keep everyone waiting any longer. So thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for those of you that have already backed and got free rewards. I love you all. Thank you for your support of Mythica. I look forward to making more and bringing you more Mythica in the future. Don't forget that tomorrow morning we have our regularly scheduled broadcast with Smurf, the comic book showdown of Ultimate Destiny, where we will be looking at 3 brand new indie comics. Also, I'm glad you popped on here again, Todd. Don't forget that tomorrow Todd is launching his campaign for Annabelle issue 4. So be sure and go back and support him as well. All right. I'll definitely see you there.
I'm looking forward to the secret spicy cosplay cover that hasn't been revealed.
Super secret.
super double secret.
Yeah, the super secret is you get to see Smurf get hit in the head with his 3D printed skeleton.
I mean, that thing is huge.
All right, guys. With that, we're going to run the outro and see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks.